Hi there, Kelly. Yeah, Macau revenues have come in and they are down 80% over last year, but that's actually an incremental improvement over February when the government had ordered casinos there to shut down their gaming operations for 15 days. So casino companies with properties there, Las Vegas Sands, Wynn Resorts, MGM Resorts, have now seen their operations shut down in Las Vegas and nationally, along with all these other casinos. Pretty much every casino in the nation is shut down at this point. The job cuts are steep. The loss of revenue is devastating. And now, of course, President Trump has issued a guideline for social distancing that lasts until the end of April. That may keep casinos closed. Amid all of this coronavirus crisis, there has been a changing of the guard at MGM Resorts. Bill Hornbuckle, who was the COO, has taken the reins now as acting CEO. He joins me now on CNBC for an exclusive first interview. Bill, thank you so much for making time for us today.
Good morning, Contessa. Thank you.
Tell me why you're taking over now when there is so much crisis swirling around you.
Well, look, Jim Murin had announced earlier that he was retiring and that he was going to move on to doing something different. When this began to really hit and became a real challenge, not only for us in Macau, but ultimately here in Nevada and throughout the other 8 jurisdictions we're in, I had been leading the charge, if you will, as the former COO of the company in pushing forward how we would get our head around, first trying to keep this a safe environment that customers and employees would want to come into and work at, and ultimately push this through what became now a closure of all of our facilities, with the exception of Macau. Challenging times, but I was in the midst of it to begin with, and we just thought it was the appropriate moment to take it over.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the furloughs, the layoffs? How many people have you had to lay off? And what do your day-to-day expenses look like, even though revenues have plummeted?
Sure. It's been devastating. We have about 82,000 employees worldwide. As you know, Macau is back open again. We have about 12 or 13,000 between our two properties there. But of the 69,000 remaining, we've furloughed about 60,000 employees. When we came to the decision, and it was a quick decision led by our board to ultimately close on the 16th, we quickly closed our casinos the following Monday evening. We closed all our properties within 48 hours. And by the following Friday, and I am proud of the way the troops handled this, it speaks to our 2020 programming, we had laid off and furloughed over 60,000 employees. Concerned for them, very. We've hopefully set up programs and benefits that protect them into the immediate future. And I think the long-term view, and we have taken a long-term view on all of this, is good for the company. We had the good fortune, if you call it fortune at this point, but at the end of the year, we sold off $8 billion worth of our assets. We retired about $4 billion in debt, but we have about $4 billion right now of liquidity to push us through this and have the good fortune of think long term.
And you will still have rent payments. Are you still feeling good about this, what they call OpCo, PropCo, that you'll be an operating company and releasing the property that you used to own and letting that add to your balance sheet?
Yeah, absolutely. We're protected well into next year, both in Macau and here. Of note, Nevada and, of course, all of our other jurisdictions. So we're in as good a shape as one can be. Frankly, much better shape than we would have been 6 months ago had this happened to us. And so we feel secure in knowing that we have the opportunity to play safe, to play the long game, and ultimately protect all of these jobs, not only here, but throughout the other states.
What are you learning from reopening in Macau about what the ramp might look like, what it will take for business to resume?
It's a little different there because obviously Macau is an island. What we learned about closure here is that they were decisive, they were quick. We closed the properties there literally within 48 hours as well. And it went a long way in protecting the safety of that environment, the citizens, and ultimately our employees there. Same thing in reverse. We were able to ramp up. Property has good days. It's still ultimately leaking cash. Yesterday, by way of example, we made an operating profit, which is one of a couple we've seen over the last several weeks. But until the IVS system, the visa system, opens up the borders, that market will suffer. But we do believe through the summer we'll see it regroup, regain some steam, and ultimately return to ultimately where we were, a year ago when this all first started, 6 months ago when this all first started.
And how will you know it's time to reopen in the United States?
When it's safe. The governor here is just about to announce April 30th will be push out, so we're not going to open here anywhere between now and then. Really, though, when it's safe. We were quick to do this in terms of shutdown, and we will take the same lens, if you will, as we look at opening. We want to make sure for our employees, first and foremost, and ultimately for our customers, it's a place people can come to and enjoy and relax. Look, corporate America has checked out for a while. A good piece of our business here in Southern Nevada is tied to corporate business and group business. That has pushed itself into the third and most notably the fourth quarter, as well as some of the major events that we host. But we're going to take this literally 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month at a time. We won't necessarily want to be the first to open. We'll open this intelligently and hopefully with some forethought.
Listen, Bill, this is an amazing time to take over the reins of a company like MGM, and it really is an opportunity for you to show leadership. We wish you the best of luck going forward, and we really appreciate that you've given us the first interview.